But you're not.
Ah, he's so great.
And he totally will not die. Right.
You won't.
Many times. Again.
Okay. So, who wants to give us a recap on what happened?
You're not live on Twitch, by the way.
I am. It's just a
there you
bit
are.
delayed.
Yeah, it's a delay. You're limited to what delay you can do until you get a certain amount of.
You know, because I've done that at D&D on Tuesday, I genuinely cannot remember anything of what happened.
Alright, I'm going to go purely from my notes. Right, so we woke up in our trusty tavern, Thirsty Throat, and we had a sort of look around and found that Kaine had already gone ahead without us, left a note saying that she would catch up.
Okay.
We then went looking for our next newest member, Billy. Well, not next newest, but our other newest member, Billy, who was also nowhere to be seen. After a very intense 10-second search, we decided to send a message to tell him to meet us by the north gate because we had received word that we would be on the move as the cultists were moving up north with a road supply party. So we went up there to get some jobs. We picked up our last-minute shopping, met with our gnome friend, got jobs as guard on the road building expedition to Neverwinter. We spent some time traveling along, had a few days going through when we got ambushed by trolls, which we eventually fought off after them regenerating several times in the ground. That is the end of my notes.
Okay. I'd say
Nice.
that's pretty accurate. Kaine also stayed behind. She just left you a note basically saying...
I mentioned that at the start.
Yeah. Mentioned that she was, going to be some time. So that's actually where we're going to pick up off. So, Kaine.
Hello.
You're sat in your room in the lodge. What are you doing? Sorry, Ara, we can hear you like banging or something.
Sorry, that's.
Are you making dinner or something?
No, I live with people.
She just loves banging.
She's not denying it.
So, moving swiftly on. Ara, you're basically, sat in your room. What are you doing?
Kaine.
Yeah, sorry, Kaine. Brain.
I'm assuming this is like the next day.
This is the previous day, if we're previous couple of days actually, if you're going back to where they are. So the guys have moved on. You'll eventually try and make your way to catch up with them. But this is literally the day where they've all left. You're there.
Okay. So she's sat on the bed with her glaive just on the bed with her, and she's just staring at it, purring, maybe giving it a little stroke, trying to coax it out of its shell.
So you just say, I can talk to you, so you can just talk to me back. It's a sort of telepathic link that we have now.
Right. Okay. I mean, I think we really need to go back to the beginning. How the hell can I even hear you? Who are you? Are you the glaive?
I mean, that's a very, how to put it, it's a very simplistic view of what or who I am. I mean, my name is Narbeth Aralen.
Narbeth.
Yes. And sorry, what is your name, dear?
I'm Kaine. I
Nice
kind
to-
of would have assumed you'd have known that, to be honest.
I mean, I can hear the surroundings, but I thought I was just being polite to introduce, each other. Well, you're obviously somewhat special for for them to have gifted me to you.
I mean, wait. Are you saying that the Brotherhood gave me this glaive so that I could meet you?
Not quite. The House of Abraham is, well, my founding. I founded it. Wow, they really did skip a lot on the introductions. I'll give you some backstory then. I am, I was, I guess, a very old high elf who, in broad strokes, I was struck down with lycanthropy in my later years, and basically thought that this was, instead of it being a force for evil and those sorts of things. Just bear with me 2 seconds. Can you guys check if you can hear me on the stream?
I could before I muted it.
Yeah, same.
Yep, all good.
Yep. Okay, cool. It's just I can't see my audio being picked up. That's all. Sorry about that. So as you're kind of speaking to him, you hear him kind of like thinking and recanting, and he turns, he's kind of telling you like how he set up the house and all these sorts of things. It's like, basically, I wanted people who were burdened with this disease to have a way of, seeking out good, doing good. I am not an evil person, and I wanted to track down, the vile lichens that are out there and destroy them. So that's basically where the House of Abraham comes from. He's a good friend of mine, which is the reason I named it after him. And I always used a glaive. So when I was coming to my even latter years and knew that my body would fail me, but my mind was still strong, I forged what I believe to be one of my greatest creations. The glaive that you see before you, and through a very painful and long ritual, I transferred my essence, soul, if you will, into the glaive.
But why are you here now with me? Why me?
I mean, I think you'd have to ask the Brotherhood that question. They obviously felt that you were someone that was worthy, and
They took me in with open arms, but I wasn't expecting a talking glaive, I'll be quite honest.
no, that's quite fair. There's obviously something about you that they liked. I mean, from what I can gather from talkings and rough periods of time, I'd say it's been a few centuries since I was last gifted to someone. Previous occupant was quite the warrior, so it'd be interesting to see what they saw in you that thought that you would be a worthy host.
I mean, I just like that you waited till, I became the beast within to turn up and speak to me. Have you been in this glaive the whole time?
I have. I do remain dormant until certain requirements are met, and one of which is effectively using your lycanthropy, your curse, for a greater good. Now, granted, there's obviously some other requirements that obviously might need some tweaking, as I don't necessarily think a tournament is for the greater good, but it was in aid of allies.
It was an aid of allies. It was an aid of allies. Please don't be mean about the tournament. Sometimes I just like, giving things a good whack.
I mean, that's fair. That's not really the sort of thing I was really kind of gifted for, but look, you seem pleasant enough, and you seem to be of good character. The small amount that I've been awoken to see. We need to work on your control.
That's what I wanted to ask you. You spoke to me when I completely lost control. I haven't lost control for a very long time. Can you help me with that? Because the last thing I want to do is hurt my friends again.
That is something that I can definitely help you with. I obviously know what you're going through. It's not the easiest thing to control. It is more channeling the aggression correctly. So when you lose control, you won't totally be a savage, and you will have flickers of consciousness and awareness, and be fully in the moment. And sometimes it's good to use that aggression, but it's to use it carefully. I can teach you to position yourself, to make sure that when you go feral, or when you're in that feral state, in the fleeting moments that you are feral, you're able completely feral, you're able to use the other moments to channel that, use that aggression. You could be very powerful if you channel yourself and you concentrate.
So you're going to stick around then?
I don't exactly have any choice in my particular locale. I'm with you, and I will be with the next person they choose, and I will be with the next person they choose until the glaive is lost or destroyed.
It's like me and you are in it together then for a while.
I hope it's a while.
I sure hope it's a while. I ain't ready to go anywhere right now.
I understand you're taking down some sort of cult. I heard bits and bobs, but I literally woke up in the middle of combat, so yes.
Yeah, I'm with this party that, well, we're off to track down some dragon cultists.
Okay. Of which dragon? Like, who do they serve?
It's Tiamat?
Right. Now I understand why they gave me to you. Okay.
Okay.
Well, this will certainly be an adventure. I've never taken down a god before, but hey, new experiences, right?
I mean, I've got an extra pair of invisible hands, I guess.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Go with that then.
Where are your friends? Do they know about me? Do they?
I think they know something might be up, but I don't know if they're aware that you're talking to me right now.
Yes. I mean, I can only communicate with those who are lycanthropes and those who are attuned. So you need to have the as it were, gene or DNA or essence, and you need to also have spent some time and be proficient with using me. There are other brothers who over the centuries over the millennia frankly, who have given themselves to other weapons in the armory. So had you been an archer, you may have met Leantis, who's a interesting fellow. Dwarven archer, not quite rare, but quite proficient with the bow. And there are others, but yeah, there won't be, I don't think, unless any of your other party are hiding lycanthropy and are proficient with the glaive. I'm afraid it's just me and you.
In that case, I mean, you're obviously exceptionally old and passed down and all that jazz. Should I keep you quiet?
That is your decision. However you think your party will react, you know.
Okay.
I do not know these people. I literally met them in combat and then in a shop and then you came up here. That's pretty much been it. You've had drinks and they seemed like nice-ish people. The big fellow in like black and grey, the Warforged, which I heard about people making them, but that's some new interesting technology there.
Yeah, I hurt him pretty bad, so.
But he
I
didn't.
feel rather guilty.
He didn't just turn on you. I mean, he did punch you, but I think that's fair.
That's definitely fair.
Okay. Well, do we? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, I guess if you're sticking around for a while, we'll get to know each other just as well.
Good. I will look forward to it. Should be an interesting adventure.
An adventure indeed.
Well, literally can't go anywhere without you. So wherever you want, you know, the day is ours. Let's see what use we can be to this world.
Okay, so sorry, out of game. So that is the day before. That's the day that they've left, right?
Correct. You know that they've left, and you've left them a note saying you're going to catch up with them.
Okay, so can I literally just go out and try and find them?
Well, I mean, they're not outside, as it were. This conversation, I've kind of, you know, what do you call it? Condensed it because brevity. But
Yeah.
this has been like a majority of the day discussion. This is your morning. You're kind of edging into afternoon with this talk.
Okay.
So they're a good few hours away and ahead of you, and you've got to try and, like, you know, find them.
Okay. I think Kaine would probably then, when she's satisfied with her discussion, would probably go back down into the pub bit and try and work out where they've headed.
Okay, so as you go back down into the Thirsty Throat, and you kind of, like, you know, just try meet up with the barman. Gentleman comes up to you and starts asking you about his brother. And Alex, would you like to introduce your character?
Yep. You would see a very unremarkably standard person, like human, dressed in the garb of the City Watch of Waterdeep, kind of orange and green. He's got a badge of the watch on him, and he is basically asking around. You can overhear. Has anyone seen his brother, Billy?
Kaine?
Sorry. Hey, you, come over here.
Hi. Have you
Hey,
seen
how's
my
it going?
brother?
What does he look like?
I will bring out a sketch of Billy. He looks like this.
Right. I'm Kaine, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Hi, my name is Barry. Some people call me Barry the Adequate, but I prefer you not to.
Why do they call you Barry the Adequate?
Because everyone compares me to my little brother Billy, who is so cool. I can't compare.
Oh. I mean, if he's gone missing, surely that's a good thing for you, right?
Well, not really. Ma and Pa will have my neck on a noose if I don't find him.
Oh, Jesus Christ, okay.
He's the golden child.
And the golden child, where was he last seen, do you know?
Yeah, well, he was last seen around here, hanging around with some people who apparently, like, they won the fighting tournament in Waterdeep, and they're a real big deal. I can't quite remember. Oh,
Okay. Well, yeah, see, I'm kind of part of that tournament fighting group. So,
oh,
yeah.
I heard you guys are pretty amazing.
Well, thanks. I mean, I need to catch up with them, actually. They're headed north. I mean, do you want to come with? We might be able to help you track down your brother.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was last seen with them, so I'm hoping he's with them, or hopefully I find him on the way.
All right, then. Well, there's no point hanging around here. I need to catch up with them, so, I mean, I'm going now, so you're either coming or you're not.
I'm ready when you are.
Let's go, then.
Okay. I brought cupcakes, and I had the cupcakes.
Ooh.
I always said to have cupcakes.
Would we, I mean, how far have they even gone?
You don't know.
Is this a case of, like...
As a member of the City Watch, would I at least know which gate they took to leave the city?
Yes, I mean, Kaine, make me a history check, I guess. Because you're trying to recall evidence, information.
I think I get advantage.
Check it. That's deception also, you rolled. You rolled
It was
deception.
what?
You rolled deception, not history.
Oh, shit. Sorry, it's actually a bit out of sync with my mouse. That'll be why. Oh. Has that worked?
Yeah. That still says deception. It's just even one.
It's actually gone out of sync. Let me just refresh it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't know why it's doing that. Oh my gosh.
Wow,
Please tell me that
really know
worked.
your history. Jesus, you really know your history.
Has it worked now?
It has. It's coming through. You got an 18. So, as you're kind of like sat there and you're kind of talking to him, you go, right, now where were they headed? They were headed. Got to speak to Jam now, and they're going north. They were trying to follow the cult north, and you knowing the City Watch, are able to kind of turn around and be like, oh, right, are they on the road? And I'd say between the two of you conversing over like 30 seconds, you're able to kind of be like, oh, they're probably, the cult probably are going up to do the road mending jazz. So yeah, okay, yeah, I know where that is.
All right.
Yeah, let's go catch up with them. I hate to leave my station here. I hope my commander doesn't get angry for me abandoning my post, but I need to find my brother, and my halberd is yours.
I'm sure they'll be, happy to let you go if it's for this great cause of finding your brother. Let's
my
go.
halberd was as big as your glaive.
Come on, let's go.
Vámonos. We're going.
Cool. We will leave.
Okay, so you guys leave. How are you getting there?
Well, I was thinking about it. Like, should we get horses?
Where the nearest stables are. Yeah, let's get some horses.
Okay, well, I'll follow him then and go get some clippy cloppies.
Yeah, can I get them from the City Watch post?
You can certainly try. So as you approach, you just as you're approaching, say, Barry, how's it going? What can I do for you, my very adequate friend?
I just need some horses. I'll pay whatever it takes.
Okay, is this official business, or are you just going on a jolly?
Official business, of course. For my brother. Official business to find my brother. He's a missing person. So I gotta find him.
Sure, whatever. Just sign the paperwork, and he just hands you over like sort of like just rotates round on the desk this piece of paper. Just put your mark there, mate.
Okay, I write it in beautiful handwriting, calligraphy. Sorry, it's the best I can do.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Cool. Skills.
Oh, it
That's
is.
definitely better.
It is very. You go for incredibly beautiful and like ornate, but unfortunately, just like your name, it comes out as a very adequate signature. So, after writing this down and handing it over, being a little bit deflated, but obviously he didn't know you were going for calligraphy. You're like, yeah, cool, hand it back, and he goes, right, 2 horses for this one then. See you later, Barry. And as
Thank you,
2 very standard horses are drawn beside you, and they give you about a week's worth of feed for each.
Cool. And I'll
Nice.
make sure to have some sugar cubes as well. I'll take this one. I'll take the plainer looking one, and I'm gonna call it Horsey.
Okay.
Alright, I'll get on top of my little horsey and we'll head off.
Okay. So as you guys begin to head off, you walk it through first bit. It takes you a little bit. You come out by the nearest gate and head north. You manage to skirt around the edges of Waterdeep and are eventually able to kind of like press onto the road. Purely for the sake of brevity, I'm going to say you guys, pushing through, ride a bit harder, trying to catch up, knowing that by the time you found the horses, got round, got up, you're probably a half a day to a day's ride behind them. Knowing they're travelling at a slightly slower pace, you feel that you can push the horses and they can, recover onwards. You do worryingly come across just 2 destroyed trolls, and it's like, okay.
I think like Kaine will just look at that and be like, yeah, I'm sure the elf child managed that one herself. She's not worried.
Fair enough. So as you carry on pushing on through, and as the rest of you guys are kind of just like you just about breaking camp in the morning, Kaine and Barry, you're only a couple of miles behind, so you kind of push it for a bit early in the morning, trying to catch up with them. You're able to just about see in fact, you can, one or both of you, so one of you roll with advantage, or one of you roll singly for survival, please.
Kaine, do you want to do it?
Doing it. Sorry, my D&D Beyond's like so out of sync.
No, that's correct. You rolled a survival check.
Yeah, that was only because it was the last one on the list.
Okay. So are you assisting her, Barry, or are you going to roll one yourself?
I'm just gonna assist her.
Okay, so Kaine, if you want to, with Barry's assistance, as he, kind of helps you with his knowledge, you get to roll again.
She's way better at survival than I am.
Has it gone through? Oh, I think I might have to just log out and log back in again in a minute.
Okay.
Try just running D&D Beyond in a windowed mode, see if that helps.
Okay.
Wow,
Thank
you rolled
you.
that. Okay. We'll take the 24. You very deftly, after kind of searching the ground, notice it. You're like, okay, no, I'm pretty sure. You come to a couple of forks on the road, and with Barry's assistance, I've been like, well, Neverwinter's kind of in this direction, but I don't know if they would have taken a shortcut through here. You're able to kind of pick up the tracks, look at the amount of wear, and you're like, no, it's through here 100%, and you're able to quite quickly catch up with the group. To put you back on your guys' favourite map.
Giddy up, Horsey.
Does Barry look like Billy?
Barry looks like an uglier version of Billy.
Oh,
Cool.
I'm not putting horses down for you guys, but you do have horses. I can't.
cool. Do I get to name it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to think.
Yeah, I mean, I named mine Horsey. You don't have to do that.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna name the horse.
Okay. So, as you guys manage to catch up with the group, you're all together now. What are you guys doing?
Oh, you brought Billy?
No, I get that a lot. I'm Barry.
So you're wearing a lot more armor than Billy.
77
Please,
strolls up, who'll be like, "Oh, Billy, you've had a rough night."
Please tell me that Billy is here. Billy's here, right?
Yeah, I'm speaking to him.
No, I'm Barry.
Wow.
People tend to confuse us, but he's the fun one. I'm just trying to find him. I heard he's with you lot.
So you said he's the fun one.
Yeah.
He was a good time.
Yeah. I'm the older brother. I had to be responsible, so I joined the City Watch, and now my little brother is missing. So
Ah.
I'm hoping, I can find him, but I'm happy to help you all in the meantime.
Well, I know I sent a message telling him to get to the North Gate, but he seemed a bit confused.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Yeah.
But here, I brought muffins.
So did I. And I'll hold out my muffins.
Yours are probably better.
I would definitely agree. And I offer him one of my muffins.
Oh, they are far superior. Are these gluten-free?
No.
No wonder they're so tasty.
Wait, so did you eat one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I know, I was like waiting for it. I was like,
When are you going to run out of these damn muffins?
15 more.
Jesus.
He bought a lot.
I bought like 3 or 4 dozen. Big.
Unfortunately, 12 is the DC on these. So you were just like, oh, that's a nice. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, what the shit? That horse's wings and pink and what? Just you're having a nice acid trip, which is the good thing, because you're higher in it. But you are definitely, as the term is, off your face at this point.
oh dear, is this what it feels like to be Billy?
I imagine it does.
Wow, I wish I
Aw.
could feel like this all the time. Can I get that recipe?
You'd have to go to Baldur's Gate for that one.
Oh, okay, after I find Billy.
Yeah, you do that. He might know it. We got him from there.
Oh,
We got him.
Kind of.
77, preferably without Billy. I keep thinking Billy. Anyway, without fake Billy hearing. Can you just lean over to the others and goes, guys, where do we keep attracting these people from? What have we done?
I'm going to point out I have not been here for the first introduction of any of these people.
Johnny just looks away with intent.
It usually is the case that I come back and I'm told there's a new member in our group and their name begins with a B.
We're going to have to come up with a new group name.
Oh, I hope so.
I was hoping this would be a temporary thing, right?
well,
He's
We're
6
never too much for the 4 of us, of which then there were 5, and now there are 6.
And then there
And
were
now
7.
we have some add-ons.
Some add-ons. Some paid DLC. Paying with our sanity.
Hashtag EA Games.
I do love that meme. Wait, there's only half your CV here. Yeah, it's $5.99 for the other half. You're hired.
Great.
So
Alright.
you guys are able to, you kind of get together, get to, suss out who Barry is. You finally get, to that point of like, okay, so Barry, not Billy. Wow, your parents were inventive. What are you guys doing now? You've got the cults up ahead. You can see them clearly. There's no need for anything of that. They're working on. Yeah. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna cast sending to Billy and just say, "Okay, listen close. In your next words, tell me where you are. This is Shao." And I'm just gonna wait.
Just a bit of a pause, and he goes, "Hi, Shao. I'm in a house. So I'm with some friends. I'm in Waterdeep in the trade ward, and they seem to be." And that's where it cuts off.
Oh. Did all of the cultists leave? Do we know? Did they all leave the warehouse to go up here?
I mean, you just don't know that.
Is our gnome friend around?
Jamna's with you.
With
Yeah, she's like making her way up and down, but you could catch her definitely at some point.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and catch her and ask her that question.
Okay, so you catch up. Okay. What's the problem? Hey, what's up?
Just wondering.
Yeah.
I know you were keeping watch. Did it seem that they emptied the warehouse to come up here, or did they leave some behind?
Are you talking people or are you talking resources?
People.
People. I mean, what I could see seems like a lot of them. Couldn't say if it was all.
Okay.
Couldn't say if it was some.
Okay. Okay, thanks. That's helpful. I'm just going to return to the group and say, yeah, so Billy's still in Waterdeep. He's apparently with some friends in the trade ward in a house.
At least he's not dead.
Yeah?
That's
doing
enough
well.
for the book.
He's doing well.
This is good news. Who are these friends of his?
I don't trust him to answer that question.
So,
I have very limited uses of this. Also, I'm going to use my Pearl of Power to restore one of those slots.
Did he make friends with these cultists that you guys are following?
I have a suspicion, but I'm not sure. You know him better than probably anyone. Would he describe a giant warehouse filled with things as a house?
David, would he?
I mean, you don't. It's not beyond Billy's abilities to do that.
When I was speaking to him, did he seem like he was being forced to say anything? Or did he just seem like himself?
Make an insight check. Oh, sorry, my chat's all the way at the top.
He can't be that good at deceiving.
It's... You're not sure if he's under distress because you caught him with friends and he wasn't just expecting the message, or if he was genuinely in harm's way.
50-50. You know, like, he didn't seem to be distressed, but I've never really heard him distressed. So...
It's hard to tell. He's always so excited.
Yeah, that's true. That's the first accurate description of Billy I think I've heard so far. I mean, yeah, well, he's back in Waterdeep. I mean, I presume we're heading back there after our road to Neverwinter.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to travel the roads alone. Mind if I stick around? If you're going back there, or if we at least find the nearest settlement, then I'll maybe pick up some friends to head on back.
Well, just look at the power three of Ara, Johnny, and Mina, who seem to invite all the new people.
I think we can speak for the entirety of that three, where it's just nodding furiously, like, yes, new person, please go. Yes, one of us. Update.
77.
We're all starting an
As-
army.
As best as a giant, very emotionless robot can, he's going to look exasperated and wander away. Just shaking his head.
Hey, majority rules. Especially when the boss says so.
Yeah, it's true.
Who's the boss this week?
I mean, I don't think we've had our weekly Who's the Boss meeting, so I presume it's still carried on.
I think so.
My vote is for 77.
Oh yeah, okay.
My vote is to don't change it. Don't fix what's not broken.
It's been broken for a long time, buddy.
Whoa!
A very long time.
We're all still here.
77 likes to guide. 77 is clearly the leader here all the time. He just lets other people pretend they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh.
That feels really familiar.
Somewhat.
So as you guys are kind of just making your way down the road, who's keeping an eye out?
Also, we'd just be watching the cultists.
Okay.
Not really watching the road too much.
Okay, cool. Who is actually keeping an eye out then?
Ari is. He's a city watch member. He's accustomed to keeping
Watching.
an eye out.
Yeah, 77's in sentry mode as per usual.
Okay, cool. All right, can you guys give me perception checks, please?
For a sentry, he's got rubbish.
Oh my god. It's happening again!
Ah, not again.
Oh my god. We both rolled so
A
shit.
1 and a 2.
Unfortunately, Ari, you didn't say you were keeping an eye out, so...
Oh shoot! I thought you meant everyone. Sorry.
No, it's fine. That's fine. So you guys are just kind of like just chilling along, and you totally don't see what appears to be a quite significant force of bullywogs as you've got closer to your destination. And I do need everyone to roll initiative, but can you just bear me 1 second because I'm having to name all of these guys so that I can fucking keep track of them.
Remember, click on your character first.
But wait until he says.
Press it
Okay,
now,
I'll
Roger.
wait. I'll wait. Sorry.
Sorry, I know this is taking a while. There is a few,
Sorry?
and you'll see what I mean.
Shadow's having war flashbacks to the boat. Wake up, run through the window, next room, another one through the window.
I think that was my first combat encounter with you guys. That was a dicey one to start with.
That has probably been one of our closest combat encounters.
Oh yeah.
Which, considering it's Bullywogs, says something. Actually, no, that's a lie. Our very, very first one, before Shao came into existence, was very dicey when combat unit almost killed himself by jumping off a wall.
He didn't almost kill himself.
You very nearly almost
He
killed
performed
yourself.
an aerial assault.
Over half your
Cut
health
off
to
the enemy's
yourself.
withdrawal.
Cut the enemy's withdrawal and stand behind them with 4 HP.
That was fine. It worked out in the end.
It definitely did. I can't fault that.
Okay.
Jump behind them. Okay, you take 7 damage. Level 1.
Yep, sounds about right to me. Okay, alright, if you guys want to roll your
Click your
please.
tokens.
I don't think mine's going to work because I just realised I can't actually move my token.
Fuck.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I will fix that. I'll start trying to do other things.
Oh, a good initiative for once.
Kaine.
Wow, that is quite a few.
Yep.
Sure would be a shame if...
There you go. Try it now.
The average. Can't believe it.
Kaine, can you move your character now?
Yeah, got it.
Yep, cool.
Barry cannot be more adequate.
Right, now give me 2 seconds because I now need to add a shit ton of works.
You already have.
Oh, it's not going to fucking do it again. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. Everyone hold that initiative. Just remember that, because when I hit freaking start on this...
Gonna wait.
Yep.
Cool. 27. Roger.
38. So I have initiatives 40, 39, 38, 37, and 36.
3, 6, 9, 10. Okay, actually I can just do this manually, so that's fine. Sorry, I've just got to label. It really doesn't help some of this stuff. When you try to run it, it's cool if you're going to completely and totally integrate it, but the problem is I would have had to have said, okay, 1 second, guys, and then I'd have had to have logged all the initiative through D&D Beyond, which kind of doesn't make any sense. Here we go. There we go.
So your works 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Yeah, so I'm now just going to...
It's a lot of bully work.
That is, unfortunately, I've just done one too many, of course.
So add another one.
Wait, they're going to have their own initiative?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Whew. Just put them all in the same go.
No. I think
You
it's
don't
the
want them to roll
honest
nat
answer to that.
20s and just one shot?
No, I'd rather not just absolutely smash you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong, you guys are about to be in pain. Well, because none of you guys spotted them, so they do have a surprise round on you.
True.
Right, if you can just please reset your orders. In fact, what I'll do is I'll delete your characters for you, so you can just click on them, and then if you can just do initiative again.
You just want us to roll again, yeah?
No, you can take your old numbers, but if you can, edit them yourself.
Yep. Oh. So once you do it, if you then click on the number on the turn order, you can type in the number and then hit enter.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, got it. There you go.
Where is it? Sorry.
Well, the turn order should appear on the left.
I can't see my
Oh, you're not
token
in there. Your token? It's just northwest of me.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I meant in the turn
No,
order.
that's why I said you need to click on it and do it again, so that then
you need to roll again to get yourself in the order.
Sorry, this is.
Sorry, I totally get what you mean. Now that was me being a div.
Sorry.
Right, so your initial one was 23, so you then click on it and edit it. Right, has everyone edited their initiative order? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Okie doke.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, Kaine and Ara, Shao, you guys have to wait, and I'll start it from there, as the Bullywugs surprise you guys, and they are going to, well, basically try and spear you. So, let's see how far they have to move
Can you
into.
take reactions in a surprise round?
Uh,
Or would you say after the first thing has hit you?
I'd say after the first thing, because you literally...
Yeah. The first thing you notice is a spear in your back.
Yeah. Okay, so they get to move quite a bit in. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And they're just frogs.
Sure.
Hey, if I say it's true.
They are battle toads.
Much more accurate.
Where's Hypnotoad?
I use the glasses.
Unfortunately, that guy can't quite reach, so he's going to hold his action until somebody moves in range. This guy here.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, look how many there are.
And that guy's going to do the same. Ooh, Kaine, you're just out of range, unfortunately. You know what? All three of them are actually going to attack with a disadvantage. So they're all going to try and shoot you, Kaine, but with disadvantage. So
is it a flat roll because they're hidden?
No. So does a 16 hit you?
Sorry, how do I know that?
Your armor class.
Oh, yeah, I'm a 16.
Okay, so that hits you, so you take 6 piercing damage. The second one misses you with an 8, and the third one
I'll see really quick. Is this so? Did we rest since the trolls?
Yes, you've had a long rest.
Okay,
Everyone's
so
had a long rest. So
Wonderful.
Okay.
you camped down for the night. So yeah, you had a long rest.
Go. I wasn't sure if we were somewhere or not.
So the next four, the front two here. Oh, it helps if I've got my clicker on. So the front two here are going to attack combat unit, and these two here are going to go for Ara. As that's how they're just going to do it. So front two against Jarman, straight rolls. Doesn't hit.
77 just shrugs that straight off.
Just bam. Oh shit.
Doesn't even look annoyed.
Yeah, I just realised they have multi-attack, but it's one with their bite, one with their spear, so that's fine. And then on Ara, 18 hits, I'm assuming.
18 hits.
So you take 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
Don't forget the long rest first.
Yes. Okay. Long rest.
Faye saying you got pretty beat up by the trolls.
So
So 2 piercing.
these guys here, in fact, they're going to move in. Gonna get a little bit closer. Okay, sorry, just moving them all. So this first cluster of 3 here are going to attack Barry, and the second one's going to go for Johnny, and we'll see how that lands before the last guy attacks.
Why is Barry so big?
That's it. Barry is massive.
Barry is a big boy. Oh no, he's not.
So is Kaine. There we go.
She's even smaller now.
It's because her character's not perfectly square; it's slightly rectangular, so it just squishes in. Right. Okay. So those 3 are attacking. In fact, they're gonna. Yeah, they're gonna stay at range. So those 3 are going to attack Barry. 1, 2, 3.
All miss.
All miss. So you just Barry's able to just dive and deflect. The next 3 are going.
Dodge.
If you could dodge a spear, you could dodge anything.
Dodge traffic, you can dodge a ball.
Indeed. The next 3 are going for Johnny. Whoa, 16, 22, do they hit?
The 22 certainly does, unless I can use shield, but I don't think I can.
You can't, this is a surprise round. So that is 7 points of piercing. So
the 16 doesn't hit.
Oh, because you got new armour, didn't you? That's right.
See.
So you got 5 piercing damage, and the last one. Let's see, what's his range? What's he got? Oh, he can just hit Johnny. So sorry, Johnny. Darn that one. So
does he indeed?
So it's an D8, 4. So that's that one there. And let's see, what was the D10? Oh fuck! Okay.
Full damage.
So yep. So all of a sudden you're just like, haha! And the guy's like, oh! As he throws the spear and does 6 piercing damage to number 10.
Poor number 10. Which
Number
one's
10
number
is
10?
Number 10's looking pretty beat up. That is number 10.
Okay.
Right, so that's the surprise round over. So you guys have kind of like managed to dodge, take some hits. You're back up. Kaine, you're up. You've just taken a couple of spear hits from some frog people. What are you doing?
I will go for the one in the middle out the first 3 near me, as it's the closest one.
Okay, yep.
Activate the Crimson Right.
Okay, so you turn your blade Barry, you can't quite see this, but it would have been a spectacle. You cut yourself, ice shards come out of your glaive and down onto the pommel. Okay, what are you doing?
And
That is at elevation, by the way, so you would actually need to close that distance. There are rocks there, so as much as you do have 10 feet,
okay.
they're 5
Can
feet
I
above
jump
you.
on top?
You've got your movement. It's just, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you
I'll
want to
jump
do?
on top
I mean, you
I'll-
can come around the side. You can climb up. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. In that case, actually, I'll come around the side and go. Oh, sorry, not got the right thing. And come here.
Yep. Okay.
Go that way directly in front of me.
I would say if you wanted to like hit him. No, I'd say that's sloping enough that you could probably have that.
Yeah.
That's sloping enough. Yeah.
Cool. So I've got the crimson right. Sorry, just
You need
I'm
to do
looking at what
something
I've
with the
written down
crimson
here.
right.
That's my D6, isn't it?
It is. It's your hemographic die.
Yep.
And how much damage do you take?
I take 2.
No, you don't.
Wait,
Almost.
what?
It's reduced by 2.
How many times? It is
I'm
reduced
sorry.
by 2 to a minimum of 1.
Oh, for God's sake! I'm so sorry. Oh, it's going like. I'm gonna swear. No, I won't swear.
Sorry, we literally covered this before the game, which is the reason why I'm like, come on! Right, okay, so you take 3 points of damage, okay? So take off 3 damage.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay. So, you've imbued your blade. What are you doing?
and I'm just gonna go in for a swipe of the glaive.
Okay, so
Not
roll
one
your
in
first
front of me.
attack.
That go.
19 hits. Plus.
And again.
Nope. Plus.
Oh,
There we go. So with the first one, you're able to just and no more bullywug, just straight out 1 dead bullywug. So what are you doing? So that was with your first attack. You just straight out.
yeah. I am. I'm done.
No, you're not.
I'm not. Oh, what do I need to do?
You have
Okay.
another attack.
So you've got another attack, and you've still got some of your movement.
I wasn't gonna get in too close. And
That's fine.
I can't reach them, can I, from where I am?
Yeah,
back
of course
and
you can. You've got your movement, and you've got your feline
forth?
agility.
Yeah, but I did.
If you
Yeah, but
don't
I didn't
wanna
want to
approach-
get too close to them.
I mean, if
That's
you
fine.
got to
Yeah.
like here, you could hit number. You probably have to actually get a bit closer. But
No,
okay,
yeah.
okay, so that's
No,
fine.
no.
So you've used your 1 action to do 1 attack. That's fine.
Yeah.
And you've used your bonus action, and you don't
Yeah.
want to move anymore, right?
No. I'm
Okay, right. Ara, you're up. What are you doing?
Cool. Okay. I am gonna go for that guy and Hunter's Markham.
Yep, sure.
Bonus
Hordebreaker,
action.
of course.
Nope.
Nope. Bonus action to Hunter's Mark.
Ah!
And also Hordebreaker's after you've hit. You don't do it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to hit.
Okay, that hits. Nice. Yep, he's looking. That hits, and he's looking pretty rough. And then he just 2 arrows, and they are quickly dispatched. Just straight in, sinks down, is instantly down. You can start to see there's a bit of like, maybe a bit of more than we can chew kind of going through the vibe here. Anything else?
God. That fucking dog is always in the front of me. I'm gonna move over
You can
here.
move through the dog.
Okay.
I don't want to get too close to them. But I also.
Okay.
God damn it! That's fine. Alright,
Shall.
let me just pick the dog.
Shao, you're up. What are you doing?
Cool. I preemptively drew a circle. There we go. It's so hard to move these things. I'm gonna. No, stop. Here we go. I'm gonna cast sleep here. And yes, that is actually the size. It's ridiculous.
No,
I think it's
it
too
is.
small.
Go ahead.
So I'll cast Sleep there, and I'm going to cast it at level 3.
Okay.
Ooh.
So how many D8 is that?
I believe it's 9. Let me just confirm. Yep. 2d8 for every spell slot above first. So I'm just going to do /R 9d8.
Gonna make me do so much math. Fuck me,
50.
dude.
50
Right.
health worth of bullywogs.
Nice. Jesus.
Well, without having to do too much math, because
Yeah, it's a nice number.
it is a nice number. 50. So you can take
I know
out.
one of them was low.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say. I'll do it to all of them. Hang on, individually. So sleep, 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 sleep. There's no saves, is there?
No save, it's just HP.
Yeah. So you see the first one just instantly goes down, and then you just watch as it kind of ripples out, and you see another 3 of them just drop, falling asleep. That's your
Neat.
action. Anything else you're doing?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So
get,
10 feet.
get the fuck out of dodge. Fair enough. Okay, is that your turn?
Actually, no, hang on. If they're throwing projectiles, I'm going to stand. Just be a team player. And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okie doke. Just bear me 1 second. There we go. Sorry, just the turn order wasn't looking right for the stream. Okay, right, so that's your turn. So it is now the left-hand side Bullywog's turn. So having seen Kaine kind of like just dispatch their comrade, these 2 guys come charging down. You do get an attack of opportunity. L.
Can I swipe him then?
Yep, you get an attack of opportunity, so you get 2
Do I
attack.
get
Just
2
a
attacks for them
normal.
both?
No, you just get 1 attack, so just a straight attack.
Big polearm master.
Nice. Plus your d6.
Oh,
So close. So as you see one coming in, you absolutely carve at him. He is looking hurt, this one. He is really not in a good shape. In fact, actually, wait, hang on. I think I might have that wrong. I do have that wrong. In fact, you just straight up, as he's running towards you, you're just like, no thank you, and just woof, cut him straight in half with your glaive.
yeah.
You just kind of hear in the back of your mind, nicely done. So the other one, though, unfazed by this, closes the distance, gets in, and he's going to take a bite at you and then stab you with his spear. So, bite you, and stab you. So both of those will hit. So you take 5 bludgeoning damage and 2 piercing damage as he sinks his teeth in.
Thin.
Okay. These 3 up the top here, they're going to close in so that they can try and help them out. Give them up there. So the first one is going to go for the dog because he's there in the open. Why wouldn't he? He just sees this obvious dog that's just, like going to attack them. So
Carnivorous frogs. I believe in them.
oh, how much hit points does he have?
8.
6.
Oh.
So you see this spear just lobbed, and you just watch as the dog kind of looks at you, combat, with the sort of sorrowful look in his eye, as Miles goes down, and because he is summoned, boop, you just watch as this dog just goes, "Oh!" and then just poof, pops out.
And you just point out exactly which one did that.
This is a bad request.
So the next one's gonna try and dispatch at Ara and one at Shao. So this one's gonna go for. In fact, this one's actually gonna slide down and trying to get to melee with Ara, and this one's actually gonna do the same. Going to move in, get into combat range with Ara. They slide down so it doesn't take any more movement from them. And they're going to multi-attack you. Is that an advantage? Just not quite.
Nope.
Okay. So, Ara, you take 1 bite, 1 spear. Oof. Seems like it misses. And another bite and another spear. Oh, does 15 hit?
15 hits. And my
So-
armor class is 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so as the spear comes in, you're able to dodge out of the way of the first spear, duck from the bite. As the second one comes in, you push it out. But as you push it out, unfortunately, you leave yourself exposed, and the spear just gets in. You're able to pull away, but it does cut across you, and you take 2 piercing damage. Okay, that's their turn. Barry, you're up. What are you doing?
Am I on my horse still?
Sure.
I'm getting off. So
Yep.
my speed should be 40. Sorry.
I'd say as a person who's like relatively like familiar with horses and stuff, it'll only cost you like 5 feet of movement just to jump off. I'm not going to halve it or anything like that.
Okay. I'm happy to stay on the horse and just fight on horseback.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Yeah. So my speed should be 40 then. So I'm gonna come up the ridge here. And I'm gonna come here. That's 30 feet I've used. I have my halberd, which is breach. So I'm gonna attack this guy with my halberd.
Okie doke, go for it.
Stab him.
That's 16 to hit.
That does hit. He's looking hurt.
Alright, slash again. 21 to hit.
Oh.
Yep, as you kind of just see Barry just turn up and just like something out of like some sort of comic book, just and there is no more Frogman. He is gone.
Alright, I'm gonna move here with the rest of my movement, and I'm gonna action surge. And
Okay.
Hit him again.
14 to hit, 26 crit.
Nice. So you just watch as Barry just like bam, bam, just moves the horse over only about 5 feet, and then just bam, and with the second one, he just atomizes the head with the side of the halberd. Just.
Now, Barry is a little bit confused as why all the other ones fell down, and he's thinking to himself, he must have bored them to death.
Oh.
Barry the more than adequate.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, turns over, done.
Okay, so it is this guy's turn who are going to sleep. However, this guy is still up. So seeing Johnny there, he's going to run in. Sure, about there. And he's going to attack Johnny with a bite and a spear attack.
Cool. Yeah, nothing doing on this time.
So Johnny's able to kind of like get the sword, the shield even, stuck in his mouth, and as he sees the spear coming, just parries it away. That's literally his turn. Combat unit, it is now your time for reckoning.
So just imagine the whole time in this turn for 77, he's just going "Ah!" as loud as as loud as robotly possible.
Okay. Yep.
Up here, and I calculated 5 to get himself up here.
Yep.
And he is going to wail on this guy hard. Like proper. Obviously, his weapons are built into his arms anyway, but this is like a proper like 2-hand hammering down at this guy's head. Okay, and what he's going to do is I'm going to use my +10 to pump that up before you tell me whether it hits or not.
Okay, cool.
And
Yeah.
he's also going to use a level 2 spell slot to do 3 extra d8 of damage.
Okay.
I was really hoping you were just gonna like grab him by the neck and just choke him with smite.
Like, I'm just trying to. I think that's right. 3d8. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't know why it's
that's
added
4.
like,
I'll take out the
There's
+5.
3d8
It's
plus
fine.
5, yeah.
So it's 14.
yeah, it's just 3d8. Look, it even says rolling 3d8. I
Exclamation
don't
point.
understand.
You have exploding dice on, so whenever you roll a critical, it rolls an extra dice.
Ah.
The beauty of having another DM in the chat. So as you just see combat unit Kaine just ignore you. In point actually you would take an attack of opportunity from this guy here. So let's see.
Can I just when I did the movement, I tried to move myself up this way, which would miss him.
Okay, yeah,
Or is
okay,
that
so
not-
that's fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, 30, that's fine. That's fine. Yep, you can definitely make that.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you just face up to the guy and just with both hands just clam onto your warhammer, kind of somewhat absorbing the shield in to keep it on top, and just absolutely wail on this guy. And with your first attack, as your hammer comes down, you see the skies part. This beam of radiant light hits it, divine light actually, isn't it? Sorry, and just hits it, imbuing the hammer as you just send this poor Bollywog's skull through his spine and out his arse, basically, just and you just carve him straight in two. He just splits down the middle and is separated. That is one extremely dead Bollywog.
Which is the bigger half remaining of Pollywog?
Say his left side.
Okay, so aiming at his left side, 77's going to go for another double-handed Warhammer hit.
Okay, sure. I mean,
possibly
that
with
hits.
advantage because he's in 2.
Sure, go for it.
God, man, your rolls. Rolls.
Doesn't matter. A 10 is more than enough to hit a dead thing on the floor. So you just start bam, bam, and the rest of you kind of see just this slight smush starting to appear, and it's like liquidating form as combat, and it's just wailing on it. So that is your action. Your movement. Is there anything else you want to do?
Yeah, spiritual weapon, please.
Okay.
And I
Sure.
would like to bring it behind the one directly in front of Ara.
So
Christ
here
almighty.
or there.
I'll ping it. 2 seconds.
Your rolls.
There, where I've just put the square.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. I will put that there for you in a second, and I guess it attacks.
Yeah, it does. Part of the cast is it attacks.
Yep. So do you want to do you want to roll? You rolled for it, right? What did it get? Sorry, I'm doing something else in the meantime.
Got a 9
So
to
it's
hit.
9 and 1 force damage.
If it hits with a 9.
9
If it hits with a
unfortunately
9,
does
yeah.
not hit. So as you just still in your rage, cast it out there, and unfortunately it just doesn't. The rage means it just swings a bit wide as you go to slam down with it.
For reference, Dave, if you're interested, Darwin this is. So far tonight, you've rolled 1, 5, 2, 4, 1, and 6.
Oh my god. Alright, Rod's going to have to sort themselves out soon. Law of averages.
Yeah.
If this was like IRL, Dice would definitely be in prison right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They would have been burnt.
Cool. Alright, 77's done.
Cool. Right. That's what I was trying to get hold of. Sorry.
Yes, I'm in.
Controlled by save changes. There you go. You should be able to move it. There is a Warhammer.
Big.
Perfect, cheers.
Cool. Right. So unfortunately that misses. That is your turn though. Action, bonus action, and movement. So, Johnny, you're up. You've just kind of fended off some guy with some frog-like creature. With your sword and shield, for want of a better word. Just very quickly. Bam, bam, bam. What are you doing?
So I will first of all cast or use Shocking Grasp on the guy right in front of me.
Sure.
Yep.
That
Big.
definitely hits instantly. Just you're like, no, thank you. you just do you know what happens to a toad when it hits electricity? And just bam, grab it, and all of a sudden, that is one fried toad.
Cool. Okay. I mean, Johnny's going to then look over to the right-hand side and just look at the people on the cliff. Can I tell that they're asleep?
Make me an Arcana check. Yes, I'd say Show's cast this before. You've seen it. I would say that 13's high enough for you to be able to gather that they was magically put to sleep as you saw them all kind of slip. They didn't appear to be dead. They all kind of just slept down.
Cool. Okay, in which case I'm going to completely ignore them, and I am going to What's your out of game? What is your rules with horses? Because I'm obviously on mine. Can I take the go before or after?
I'd say it's kind of during, if that makes sense. So if you want to attack with it, that would be your action to attack with the horse.
Okay. In which case, I am gonna do nothing further. I'll just sort of, yeah, that's me done.
If you want to get to the stage later on in the campaign where your horse can attack and what have you, like separately to you, if that makes sense, absolutely not a problem. But you need to kind of train your horse in doing that. As much as I think you do have a war horse, you've not trained it to obey your commands or know what you want it to do. So that's the reason I.
Sure, that's fair. That's cool.
Okay, so that's your action. Anything else you're doing?
Let me just double check. No, I'm all right. I'll leave it.
Okay, so that brings us back down to Kaine. What are you doing?
Cool. I will attack the one directly in front of me.
Okay. Yep, you definitely connect.
And then it's the D6.
It is indeed. So as you just kind of like hold the glaive, you take a moment and just and from shoulder down to hip, just slice straight through. Eviscerate,
And
just in half again. Bam, out. So that's your first attack. Anything else you want to do?
And using my feline
You don't need to,
agility.
unless you're going to go very
I was
far.
going to move. I was going to move, yeah. I'm going to move here because it's directly 60, I think, from where I was.
Okay. You will take 2 attacks of opportunity if you move that way.
Oh.
No,
yeah, go on. Whatevs.
Okay. So that is 2 spear attacks. 16 and 15, does that hit?
16 does.
Okay, so you take 5 piercing damage as you run past. One of them is able to just flick out the spear and catch you.
Cool. And I think I'm...
You don't want to attack again? You just...
Can I... sorry. I might use my blood curse on the one in front of me as bonus action.
In front of you, this one?
Yeah, that one.
He is up high, but okay. Yeah, go ahead. I'll say you can do that.
Cool.
So that's your bonus action. Do you want to also just put in chat what your blood curse is and what it does? Your blood maledict. There we go. As a bonus action, you can mark a creature within 30 feet of you until the end of your turn. Whenever you do right damage to the target, you roll an additional hemographic die. Amplify the next attack roll if you want to get advanced. So you sure you want to do that?
Oh yeah, I've just realised I've used my bonus attack.
Yep,
bonus
and also
I
think you've used most of your movement as well.
Yeah, okay, fuck that then. Sorry.
Okay. Alright, so you're staying where you are, yeah?
Yeah, I'm done.
Alright, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, so I've now got... Okay, if I don't do Hunter's Mark, I get to do Horde Breaker, don't I?
So when you cast Hunter's Mark on your first turn, okay, that uses your bonus action. But to move it is a free action, okay? That's how I'm ruling it, even if that's not the case. That's 100% how I'm ruling it, because you're just transferring it over. Okay. And you could then use Horde Breaker. The only problem is if you use Horde Breaker at the moment, it'll be at disadvantage, because they are within melee range of you.
And neither of them would take any damage. Okay, so for now, anyway, I'm going to move Hunter's Mark to this guy on the left.
Okay,
one right in front of me. Then I am going to do short sword damage and 1d6, and then
that's enough. Like with the hunter's mark and that, you're able to connect, and you just kind of seeing what combat unit's done and what Kaine has done, and what a couple of other like, all right, I got this, and you feint, cut them right in half again with your short sword.
Cool. Okay, and then yes, at a disadvantage, I'm going to attack him.
No, if it's with your short sword, it's straight attack. That's fine.
Oh, yeah.
It's if you're using
cool.
a bow. Sorry, it's 15 does hit.
Cool. And I can't do Hunter's Mark, so I can't do 1d6.
No, so you do hit him, and he is badly hurt, but unfortunately still up.
Okay.
Okay, anything else you want to do?
I'm going to stay within range.
Okay, cool. All right, so
I'm going to protect you. I'm going to quickly just move a little bit.
where are you moving to?
I've just moved.
I can't see you moving. Is anyone else?
No,
just
still
moved
next
to
to
the
me.
I was here, and now I move there.
No,
Oh.
you were there.
Yeah, because I put myself in between you two.
Yeah, you 100%
So-
were already there.
Either way, if you're going to end up there,
All right, well, I'm here.
Okay,
I am
cool.
here.
Cool. All right, Shao, your turn. What are you doing?
Shao, who wants more practice with his new spell, and Tom, who wants to actually describe it because last time it just happened, will cast Shao's Shifting Grounds here on the ones that he knows are there. So effectively, he sort of just holds his hands out, and magic starts to form. And Barry would be able to see. It's a bit hard to see from down there. The ground underneath them just starts to sort of meld and become gooey, and then harden in place with them half stuck in the ground. And since they're already asleep, they automatically fail their dex saving throw and take full damage.
So you literally watch, Barry, as the ground in front of you starts to shift and change slightly, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck is this? And all of a sudden, you just watch as their bodies half sink down into the ground and then just solidify hard. And you just watch as, all of them die.
Nice.
Big spell.
That is a big spell.
Nah. Big fan.
Jeez. Bananas.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
That is it. But to be fair, that was really good rolls.
Okay. So this one, seeing that all of his comrades have died, is going to try and bug out. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, dash.
Can I punch him as he runs?
I kind of want to, he's going to run away, so don't
So
I get an
Shao and Ara both get an attack of opportunity.
Where is he?
He's gone, but you just need to roll your attack of opportunity. That hits, and that is enough. As he goes to run away, you just nope, and just over the back of his legs, killing the bullywug. We are now out of combat, and it's a good time to take a break. So be back in a bit.
Cool.
Nice.
Good time for a break.
Okay, so you guys have managed to defeat the Bollywood menace that came running through. You can still hear a few like clangs of.
Before they disappear, 77 wants to do something.
Okay, we can still do it. They're just not on the map yet.
So 77 would like to reach down, and I assume there's an arm still attached to this corpse, right?
There's the other half that you didn't smash up. So yeah.
Okay, so the half that isn't smashed up, he'd like to take hold of the arm and just by pure brute force rip it off the body.
Sure, give me a strength check. Nice. So you just very deftly and easily just as this arm just like almost like a ball and socket joint, just like a Meccano, just pops off.
Yeah. And then he'd just like to stow it away, wrap it in a bit of cloth, and then stow it in his bag.
Okay, you have one bullywug arm.
It's beginning. For reference, in my first campaign, he just collected creature parts. I ended up with just a rotting bag of like 50 different types of creatures.
It's fair.
It was great.
Nasty.
Okay.
More.
So what are you guys doing? You've had your battle. You've managed to defeat the bullywugs. You can hear a bit of an onslaught going on a bit further up, and all of a sudden you see charging on his horse. Reginald Degree is coming to the rescue.
Yeah.
And as you arrive, like, oh, I see that you've already dealt with all the issues. You guys really are quite deft with the sword and shield, aren't you? Well, anything I can help with at all, or anything else that you need me for?
So you should probably be helping the others.
Yeah. Alright, well, if you don't need me, you just hear from the background. Where the fuck is Degree gone now? Where is that shit? Whenever there's trouble, he goes, I hear my name. I'll be right back. And you just see him immediately shoot back up the convoy, and you see, I'm here in the background.
Can I watch him with Otto? Is he actually fighting, or is he just running around on his horse?
He dives in with his horse, and that's as much as you pretty much can see clearly with the sort of melee that goes on. But you're pretty confident that he is definitely keeping himself safe.
Okay. Alright. Fine. Yeah.
He's so loud, he reminds me of my brother.
Alright, Barry, we need to have a very brief but important chat. We've known Billy for weeks, and so far he's found us 2 very profitable jobs and cried.
A lot.
Billy
Since
cried.
we've known you for, well, more or less, cries of like fandom and also whimpering. But we've known you for what? Like 30 minutes, if that, and you've already decimated some enemies. Why are you the adequate one?
Honestly, I don't know. I think I was the mistake and Billy was the planned one.
Oh lord.
You know, that's often the case with the youngest. But hey, I don't hold it against him. He's my brother and I love him.
From now on, you will only be referred to as Barry the More Than Adequate.
Barry the more than adequate. You make me so happy.
Alright. Everyone else agree?
100%.
Agreed.
Every time he does something good, we just up his rating.
Amazing.
Can't wait to level up, yes.
Amazing. Well, shall we continue forwards and see if anyone else needs help, I guess?
So as you guys push through the convoy, you're able to kind of like get a bit far, and you see that they've kind of abated, that they've managed to run away and disperse and what have you. And you can definitely hear, "Hi, Ara," with crisps or rolling your face across the keyboard, not quite sure which.
It was it's a biscuit.
It was a biscuit, was it? Okay. So you guys have managed to kind of defend and push back the onslaught of bullywugs, clear out a couple of others, and then return back to your carts. Continue on the journey, tracking or following, for want of a better word, the cult, keeping your distance, but they already know you're there, so there's not too much in the way of like having to kind of hide your intent or anything like that.
Cool.
Anything you guys would like to do?
Combat unit. Miles hasn't had a great time lately. Do you think it might be better to leave him in the carriage with Ara and then just have him stay there when shit kicks off?
It's definitely something I will take into consideration.
Okay, just throwing out thoughts. This is your dog. Well, Ara's dog.
Mm-hmm.
That only listens to combat unit, yeah.
He's a tough little kid. He'll be fine.
I mean, how many times has he died?
Twice.
He can't die.
How many times has he...
He
How
can't.
many times has he been sent back to his astral plane? Twice.
Otto
He can't
scowls.
die.
I mean, maybe it's like a holiday for him.
Speaking of which, where's your app?
He's just sitting on my shoulder. I've summoned him back.
have
He's
it
been
now.
fine for the last fight. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see
I said
it now.
that. But I've wiped the metagame out of my eyes.
Yep, you
But yeah,
pretty sure you called it back, didn't you?
yeah, no, I resummoned him before we left off on this when I didn't sleep.
Cool. Sorry, I'm just preparing something.
He's just been watching the cultists. And yes, I've learned from my mistakes. He is no longer going to be dive bombing into carriages.
Good.
As I feed him some more muffin. Not the special muffin.
Feeding the third muffin.
Hey, I still have regular muffins as well. Oh, chocolate brioche.
And chocolate brioche. Yes, dude. Right, what am I after? So, you guys have continued to push on through. You've managed to kind of... After a while, you hear that you're nearing a layover, a stopover point, and that, you know, pretty soon you can expect for there to be at least, you know, a decent rest.
Go.
Okay, so we all take a nice long rest.
No,
Well-
you're going to be taking a nice long rest. You're not there yet.
There.
Ah.
Right. Just keeping Otto up, watching the roads, watching the cultists, making sure there's no funny business going on.
Yep, sure, easily enough done. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out a map that's being slightly problematic at the moment. So as you guys approach, the Dragon Cult they're not as cautious as they have been at other places. You notice that they're quite comfortable with kind of being a lot more blatant, I think, is probably just the best way to describe it. They're not by any means hiding, like, they're not hiding anymore. They're not trying to blend in, and they very much are just effectively. You feel like they're being far more that they're in control as they approach this this place.
Okay.
And I will now bring you across to it. Apologies. Sorry, it's really annoying. It keeps on snapping, and I can't get the damn thing to stay still.
Ooh,
Oh, cool.
course 5. It definitely does.
That's a nice map.
That is a... It's like our 4th in.
It is like your fourth in.
Each one has had a different map, but while we're on the road, we have to be cursed.
So as you guys, if you can just all sign yourselves up here, please.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So I'll just get rid of the turn order as well. Don't need that. So as you guys kind of approach, I'll move these two then. Oh yeah, Zoe's not. Zoe, I just realised we didn't actually have her in combat, but she's just falling asleep in the background. Minnie's just kind of laying asleep in the back of the carriage as it gets pulled up.
Having had the trip on a muffin.
Yeah, having a really good
Persistently.
trip on a muffin. So as you guys approach, you are greeted by a gentleman, a burly half orc, and you very quickly through overhearing names and things, and you hear Reginald eventually comes up, and you already know who this person is. And Reginald walks up and goes, "Hi guys, this is Bog Luck."
Definitely is.
And you see this burly half orc that is standing before you. He's like, "Alright, so no thieving, no, just don't do anything too bad, alright? Like, we let a little few things go here and there, try and keep it, light." And as you see, he's also, like, once he's spoken to you, he's moving all of the cultists' wagons and their equipment into a very particular room. Like, all the other stuff is just being piled up in all the various areas and what have you, but there seems to be a room here that only he seems to have the key to, and he's the only one, and only their equipment is being put in there. Everything else, all the other building supplies and things, are all being stacked up just here.
What about this room? Maybe we should put our supplies in that room.
You don't have any supplies because it's, you're with the roads. It's the road supplies. But your cart is taken, and your horses are put in the stables, and they're being maintained and looked after.
Interesting.
Is it like late evening about this time?
Yeah, you're coming in sort of late evening. There are a couple of sconces launched and things like that. Wow.
That was some loud crunching.
So what do you guys do?
Going for a
Is there
meal?
anyone else around other than Bog, Luck, and Reginald?
There's quite a few. There's an awful lot of people kind of like dotted around. In fact, you know what? Dave's going to put some of them on the map so it makes it a little bit easier for you. So there's a couple of people just knocking about that are, either either loading goods or they're members of the cult. They're just moving packages about. There's a couple of stable people. You do notice that one guy is a chef, and I believe this is the chef's apartment. I'll check that in a second. Yeah, so number 3. So basically, number 3 is the number 3, which you can't see. Number 3 here is the warehouse, the main warehouse, and this is the secret lock room. So supplies like stone and metal and things like that are just left out here, but anything that's more valuable is put in here.
Okay.
Cool.
All planning to stay here for the night?
Yes, everyone's staying here the night. It's a stopover.
Is there like barrack rooms or what?
Yeah, so these rooms up here are basically just the standard rooms.
Okay. Alright, well Barry is going to feed Horsey some sugar cubes. She was a very good horse. And he's just going to ask the others should I be wary? I'm still wearing my Waterdeep City Watch uniform.
And so as Ardrid, who you'd met before, who is Reginald's boss, walks up and goes, "Don't worry, lad. Nothing will happen to you whilst you're under my care. If you have any issues, come see me." And he points to his room here, which actually is one of the few rooms that does actually have a lock and key in it.
Okay.
Ah. So ours will not.
No.
Most likely. Interesting.
Does this room have... sorry, I don't know why I can't press it. Does the cultist's little room next to the stairs have a lock and key?
So this is the storage room. This doesn't have a lock.
Okay.
This does have a lock.
Okay.
Yep. And
Guys,
Yeah.
it's pretty weird that we're just standing outside this place. Should we go in?
Yeah, I mean, I've already kind of stabled my horse, so yeah, I'm in.
Cool.
I mean, yeah, we should probably go and make sure that we at least have rooms next to each other if we're not the same one, considering, you know.
so you basically have a like wide choice. Basically, all of these except for this room here is Bogluck's. That's Bog's room.
Okay.
But all the others here are just rooms, and there's a couple up here as well. All of these are also some rooms, so you can kind of choose where you want to go. There's quite a few other labourers with you, so like that's you can share or you can take your own, whatever. But it is very much first come first serve.
Cool. We going upstairs or downstairs?
I
Upstairs.
feel like we need the higher ground. Ha!
I mean, Barry is very much he thinks he deserves downstairs.
Aww. Dude, all right, Barry. I'll take this room across from the guys. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't because I'll fall asleep. I'll take that one.
So come on, Barry. You're more than adequate now. You deserve an upstairs room.
Do you want to roll persuasion? DM, can you roll persuasion to persuade Barry?
Can do.
Yeah, you certainly can.
Oh no!
You're great. Like yeah. You're not bad.
Barry just kind of like nods politely and just like, yeah, whatever you say, sir. Yes.
All right, I'm going upstairs.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go upstairs as well.
Yep.
Okay, so I will just say, because you guys have been chatting, that the cultists have taken this room, this room, this room, and this room.
Oh, perfect. So now you know where they are. You know where you can spy on them.
Well, I love that we're pretty much surrounded by cultists.
Yeah,
So
great.
77's a bit weird, obviously, and so he's just going to stand in the corridor. He sort of powers down. He doesn't really sleep. He just powers down and stays a little bit. He can still see and stuff.
Yeah.
So he's just going to do that and just look at all the doors. So I'd like to position himself over here so he can see anyone who comes out of any door.
I was going to say, anyone who feels they need a bit of extra safety, I can provide that now whilst we sleep. But you have to be in the same room, so my door is open.
Ooh, very sussy.
Yeah.
All of your doors don't lock. There's not even a latch. None of them lock. Make me, whoever is proficient with nature, you can make me a nature check.
I'm pretty good with nature.
You have to be proficient. If you're proficient, you can make a check.
How do you know if you're proficient?
You have a
got
dot.
set to it.
Oh yeah,
Barry
I got that.
Shit, Barry rolled 11. Barry is so adequate.
It's more than adequate, just. Wait till you rank up.
Well, I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
Barry
So
first. So I don't want to be rude.
so between Barry and Ara's nature check combined, averaging it out a bit, you guys are kind of able to discern with Shao's intelligence as well that the reason for the locks is nothing to do with privacy. It's to do with accessibility. Now you're quite far up north, it is very cold in these regions, and locks freeze and seize. Keys stop working, and it is quite commonplace in places that have a high turnover of people to just simply not have locks, especially in what is effectively a warehouse.
Cool.
Okay. So how cold is it right now?
It's cold.
Exactly.
Like it's not ice cold at the moment, but it is definitely on the cooler side.
Okay. Well, Barry is going to head downstairs and then head out the other side, and he's going to go to this bar right here, looking for something to warm him up.
Okay,
Is
so
it
you're coming. Ooh, Dave's clicked on the wrong thing. Yeah, so you come down into the kitchen, which is the kitchen/bar area. In there, you meet a bit of a disgruntled human, who, like, just go. just yeah, he's just very disgruntled. I think is the best way of putting him. And as you kind of approach, you come downstairs, and you just hear the gentleman turn around and just be like, "What do you want?"
The strongest whiskey you have to warm my bones.
Mate, look, this is a kitchen in a warehouse. We don't exactly store whiskey. We've got a couple of ales, got some like grog stuff that I can kind of warm up, and some soups and some broths. That's pretty much it. This is a stopping station, right?
Okay, I'll take some warm soup then. Nothing ever works out for Barry.
Yeah, all right, Barry, whatever. And he just like turns to the stove. He kind of ladles a couple of like slops of something into a bowl, puts it in front of you, and just goes, "It's 1 silver."
Okay, have you got change for 1 gold piece?
Do I look like I've got change for 1 gold piece, mate?
Okay.
And as you're doing this, Arbid just walks over and goes, "I'll deal with this, don't worry." Look, mate, he's been working hard, alright? He just wants a bowl of soup. How about you don't give him any jip? Alright, Gristle? Because let's be honest, mate, you ain't exactly all that, are you? Stop picking on the lowly men, alright? He goes, alright. He goes, alright, look, it's a copper. It's a copper, alright?
Okay, here's a copper then.
And he takes the copper and goes back. So through like other interactions and things, you work out that his name is Gristle Pete.
His names just get better and better.
Why? Why?
What?
We got to ask him some questions about his name.
No, we don't. His parents named him.
Oh.
So what are you guys doing? Barry's got.
Tip of 5 copper pieces.
Okay, you give him a tip. He's like, "There, thank you," and just walks away, takes it.
Alright.
I'm just gonna leave Otto to watch over the room and make sure no one interferes, and then head up/down for my meal.
Okay.
For a bit of food before bed.
So as you guys kind of take yourselves onto the tables and things, you notice that there are a couple of the cultists. They are kind of like around, and they're definitely eyeing you up. They are not happy in any way, shape, or form that you guys are around, and
Ooh, they're red.
well, yeah, they're cultists.
That does not mean shoot them. We are here to follow. Getting that out now.
Enemies.
I'm very happy you said that, because he would have probably tried to arrest them for looking suspicious. You have red tokens. You're very suspicious, sir.
There seems to be a vague aura of red around you.
I couldn't be bothered to remake the tokens, so I was like, you know what, they'll stay as red, that's fine. And also, you guys know these guys are hostile. You've had, what, 4, 5 fights with them now?
Yeah.
Just looking at
Let's
them,
call
they're
them
really dodgy.
Are they hostile or are we hostile, though?
I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But one of them keeps on pointing over to Johnny.
Ooh.
No, sorry, to Ara. Constantly to Ara.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I wave. I'm like, hey guys!
They kind of look up, nod, and you see without asking, Pete walks over, gives them their gristle, and walks off. Doesn't take any money, just walks straight off.
Can 77 see these guys from where he is up on his little balcony thing?
I would say that that's probably walled off, going by the how the other walls look. So probably not from where you are currently.
Be where he is then.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Just grabbing some food and eating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I'll go to the bar. I'll ask
Just
for
watching them.
ale.
So Minnie's going to just take a room over here. She's not feeling too well, so she's just going to bed down for the night.
Yeah,
Where
Keep
is she
an eye.
sleeping?
Top
Upstairs. Yeah.
Upstairs, like top next to the other two.
Duke
Okay.
and Johnny. Yeah.
Oh yeah, in the little room.
Yep.
Okay.
Out of game, which rooms had the locks on again?
Just
This one and that one. That's it. I think Boggs might, but you're not sure because it's kind of blocked out away. You're not too sure. But you
Cool.
definitely saw Arbed like unlock his door, or at least Bog unlock his door. So you know that one is definitely locked. And again, you heard keys jangle as you were putting your equipment and things into the supply room here. You saw that the cultists things, a couple of crates that you definitely recognised from Greenest going into this area.
Into the locked room.
Yeah.
Can I go up to Bog and we'll just start a conversation? Just say, hey, I just noticed when we were storing our stuff that we just putting things in different rooms. Does that just keep things organised, or?
Well, no, that's where the valuables go. If you've got anything really valuable, you can put it in the room, but I'm the only one who has access to that room, okay?
Okay. Good to know. I'll let you know. I don't
Do you
think
want anything in that room? Do you want to put anything in there?
I might come back to you later. I've left some things in a room I've taken upstairs, but
Okay, well,
No.
when I go to bed, that's it, mate, alright? It's
No
where it is for
worries.
the night. I'm not going to reorganise everything, because if you think about it, there is, like, things being piled up and stacked in an orderly manner in there. So if you want it out, it's best to do it initially, rather than having to move everything to move one thing.
all right. I'll say, all right. I'll go grab it now. I'll be back in just a few minutes, and I will head back to my room.
Okay? He's then waiting for you in here.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'm going to be 10 minutes. What I'd like to do is I'd like to transform Otto. I know this hasn't gone well before, into a spider, and I would like to just get. I must have like a small box or a pouch or something.
You definitely... You don't necessarily have a small box or pouch, but you definitely do have a box. You, in fact,
Which
have a
mean by-
preserving bin.
Yeah, I know, but I don't. Yeah, you're right. Fine,
That's
I'll grab. Yeah, it's the best thing I've got, and it looks fairly valuable. All right, I will put Otto in the bin, and then leave a sort of like way for him to get out easily without it being able to see in. And I'll just go down to Grog and hand that to him. And then I will telepathically inform Otto to wait until the door is locked, and then have a look.
Okay. So,
Yep. Then I head back for my meal.
okie doke. So, yep, you hand it over to Bob. Bob picks it up and just goes, alright! And you see him put it in. You hear the jangle of keys as he locks the door shut again, double checks it's locked. He goes, alright, you can pick up in the morning, alright?
Sounds good.
I'm hungry. And he just immediately walks back over and goes into the kitchen area.
Cool.
So, one thing you've noticed that Jamna is definitely a miss. She's not. You saw her come in and she's just disappeared.
I can take a guess.
Like, as a group, you've noticed that she's no longer, like, staying with you or whatever.
Okay. As in, like, we haven't seen her at all since she's come in, or she's just not staying near us?
You haven't seen her. Like,
Okay,
you've walked
cool.
in and she's missing.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Okay. I think it's. Would it be? I said to the guys, look, they keep staring at me. I know I'm cool. I know people want to be like me, but this is making me uncomfortable. Should I go over and ask them why they keep staring at me?
Ara,
Mm.
you've engaged in violence and killed many of, I would presume, their friends or at least their colleagues.
Mm.
If you don't feel safe, you can stay with me or with your dad. I can make sure nothing can get to us for the night. But we just need to not cause any unwanted attention. We're just here to follow. Whispering, obviously, the whole time. I'm not just fucking saying it out loud.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. For now.
Well, while
Okay.
they're having that little conversation, whispering, can I overhear anything that the cultists are saying? Are they staying stum?
They're definitely talking about Ara. And there's the occasion. Give me a perception check.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering. Average as always.
Oh, gee.
Except for in battle.
So, after picking up on the occasional words and everything, you only catch the occasional word. They've literally been being stealthy or quiet and what have you. Obviously, you don't know this, but the group might have told you in your couple of days' travel. So they're pretty proficient at it. You only catch the occasional word, talk about loot, talking about Ara, and talking about a couple of events that have happened along the way. That's pretty much all you're able to kind of pick out. Just by knowing the guys and having spoken to them a bit and interacted with them, you kind of understand that there are like, oh, they're talking about that. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool. I'll just finish up my meal and head to my room.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys head up to your rooms. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
and I'm gonna start.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
too, so I'm sufficiently warmed up, so I would head to bed.
I'll spend the 11 minutes to cast Tiny Hut just in the room, so it sort of like molds to the door, like so it's blocking the door effectively, and just say that it will only allow our compatriots to move freely in and out, not including the gnome. I feel like I should specify that.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So yeah, the only way in, or at least that I can see now, is through that dome. And I'll bed down. Well,
Okay,
get
so
into bed and start looking through Otto's eyes anyway.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm just working that out because I think you need to be 120 feet in order to start that. So
Yeah, I am I further than 100 feet from him?
60 foot plus 20. Yeah, I'd say about 80, 90 feet away. That's
Cool.
fine. Because you remember you're like a good 10, 15 feet up as well, so it's like angled down.
Wait.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to go into Otto's eyes. Yeah.
Cool. He will creep out of the preserving bin and take in his surroundings. Very
He
stealthily.
also, can you roll 1d4, please?
1d4. Is this for damage?
It is indeed.
It's dead.
Okay. Does he only
Really?
have 1 hit point?
He has 1 hit point. He's really what?
You're
He's
in
a
a preserving
spider.
bin. You literally were in like a bin to keep things cold and sealed. And you
Yeah.
put you put, just to
I
put
love
this
the
in
cold
perspective,
bits.
you put your pet spider in effectively a cold vacuum bin, right?
With a gap.
Okay, but still like a near perfect vacuum bin. So yeah, it would have taken 1d4 damage. So as you go to look into its eyes, you just see it just kind of shiver, and then just your vision goes.
For fuck's sake.
Oh man, you
I
killed
feel
it.
like I would have known that putting my spider in a bin would have killed it.
Dude, you killed it.
You don't know that. No, I'm the only one who knows. Me and Otto.
You've got some serious trust issues building with this group and their familiars.
I really feel like I would have known that it would have died from putting it in a
Make
preserving
me
bin.
an intelligence check. A
Alright.
straight intelligence check. Okay. You would have known that it would have like killed Otto. So what are you doing? Because you have definitely put the spider in the bin.
Okay.
Like, or as in like you're about to at least, and that bin is 100% in the lockbox because we've done all of that. So the only thing I'm retconning here is whether or not you've put the spider in the bin.
Whether or not, or how I put it in.
Whether or not. If it's in,
Okay. No,
like,
it's dead. So,
yeah,
no.
the preserving powder that you bought effectively creates a vacuum and cold in order to sustain whatever's inside it, right?
Yeah.
Or heat if it's needed. But if it heats, then obviously it will heat it up, so your muffins would perish, and you'd have to decide that before whatever the first item was put in. That's the way the powder works. That's how it was explained to you. It will preserve whatever you put in to the conditions it needs to be in. But obviously, if it's conflicting,
That's fair.
it won't work.
I pictured it as like putting the powder on the actual muffin. But if it's just in like covering the bin, that's fair enough.
Yeah. So basically, you put it in the bin. If you imagine a bit like a sort of. Ara, what are you doing?
Sorry, the cat really wanted to go to sleep.
What's to say? Probably a kitten. It's very difficult to hear you.
It's okay. I've muted her. Right.
Yeah,
Just-
so I have not put the spider in the bin. He will instead be waiting outside that room.
Okay,
Just
give
sort of,
me
like,
give me
hanging
a
on
stealth
the
check
ceiling.
for him.
Yeah, sure. Just in the top corner of the ceiling where a spider would be. For fuck's sake. Does he have advantage on stealth?
You tell me. Does he have advantage and stuff as a spider?
Finding out now. I presume probably not. No, just +4.
Okay. Well, let's see. Just looking at the stats. Give me 2 seconds, and I'll roll a perception, which is wisdom, isn't it? Perception.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. Passive spider is definitely spotted.
By
Bob,
Alright.
as you're putting it in there. He just goes, "Fucking things! They're always getting in it." Right, hang on. And he, make me a dexterity saving throw for the spider.
Sure. Fucking shit spider.
I will say he is just going to make a straight attack.
Nah, he'll miss. It's fine. See?
Ooh.
No, stop fucking hell.
So I just rolled like a +5 attack because he's attacking it with effectively. He's not pulled out his long sword. He's just pulled out a broom, and he's just trying to fucking hit it. So even if you take off the, like that's a 10, still hits. Yeah, unfortunately your spider is still just splatted, and you kind of get this as it goes. Unfortunately.
I'll start resummoning it in my dome.
Okay.
It's another spider, and he's sneaking back in there when Bog's gone.
But that's perfectly fine. So you have one pissed off spider in your dome. What are the rest of you doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ari, you're muted, by the way. Just if you can't.
No,
unmute-
just muted for you. We can hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You didn't serve him yet.
That's fine. That's good because it works the same. So I will unmute you now. There we go.
Aw, thanks.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Bedding down, but which room is Ara staying in?
The room up here, I believe.
Yep, that's me.
Or she was welcome to come to mine instead of in between other cultists, but that's her choice.
I was
You
about
know,
to say,
you know what she's like.
Yeah, I know.
She's scared, but she's got to be her own person.
In the lion's den. Love it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Combat unit can see the door. Well, no, he can't, but...
Yeah,
Are these like
this is not
walls straight
about
up?
Right. So what are you guys doing?
Well, we're
Actually,
just,
can you just confirm that, Dave? Is this is this bit he's flashing now, but like a balcony, or are they fully?
No. We said that's a solid wall.
Oh, okay, fine.
Because I said
Okay.
it's the same walls as is down here, so by virtue it would be a solid wall.
77 would like to stand here then for his nighttime.
Okay, which way are you facing? Because you seize up when you do it. You
Well,
can't
so
move.
he's hard for him to get there, but he's backing up into this corner. Obviously, the grid doesn't fit perfectly, and so he's facing. Just imagine he's leaning back in that corner, so he's facing out at sort of night. What would that be? 45-degree angle or whatever it would be.
Yep, okay. Alright, so what are the rest of you guys doing?
Are the cultists still at dinner? Is it still in that little period there?
If you guys are down there, you'd know, but are you guys in your room? What are you doing?
I'm in my room. I'm heading down.
I was going to say, I can see out of it when I'm not looking through Otto's eyes because the door is open, it's just the dome.
Yep. That's fine. So, yeah, you guys, you can't unfortunately actually see. You heard, whoever is proficient in perception, make me a perception check.
I am.
Me too. I've had real bad rolls.
Wait, you're not proficient?
I am proficient, but I still
Yeah.
suck.
Go for
Perception.
Yeah.
We sure about this?
Yeah.
Told you.
Oh my
Told you.
lord.
Yeah, I did say it.
You guys hear some form of commotion downstairs, but and you hear it kind of die out a bit. You know, just like chatting and laughing. Nothing bad, or doesn't sound like people are, rattling sabers or anything like that. But that's pretty much it. You just hear it go quiet.
Oh, wait, hang on a second. Would my observant feat have any effect? With 18 passive perception? Just like
I would say you
also hearing
definitely notice some of the cultists come up.
they come up. Okay. Well, okay. Once it's clear, then I'll send Otto climbing along the walls up to the ceiling.
Okie doke. Give me 3 stealth checks for Otto.
Christ almighty. You really want him dead.
Nope, but you're literally putting a spider out into the middle of nowhere. Like,
Yeah, but I was making
basically
sure it was clear first. Nice.
Oh! I mean, I don't think I want him dead, but Roll20 definitely wants him dead.
I know, right? So, just prefacing this, okay? He's walking out. I know he's going to get spotted on that. I'm looking through his eyes immediately, and if he sees danger, he is bamfing back to me.
No, it's fine. He's able to. It's night time. I'm guessing now. You've waited until it's like really dark. Yep, the sconces have been put out. It's very dark. He isn't spotted by anyone that you can see. One thing you do hear is Gristle Pate be like, "Right, rest of you, fuck off! It's bedtime. Fuck off." That's the one thing that your passive perception definitely does hear.
So perceptive.
Because he's 100% shouting that, like, he wants everyone out of the kitchens. So as you guys kind of go, as they kind of like disperse and everything, Otto's able to very slowly. I mean, it's going to take him probably an hour at least to get down to the room, because he's got, it's going to take him a while to get there, semi-stealthily, instead of just running along the floor. Yeah, he does eventually manage to, squeeze through under the grate, and he comes up. What's he doing? What are you doing?
So where is he currently?
I would say he is about here.
Just there? Is there any way that he can see that he can squeeze into the next room in here?
Yep,
Like,
that's no problem. That door isn't locked. It's a barred door. You're able to just walk straight through.
Cool. And then he'll go to here. And then he'll just start investigating the wall for any sort of gap that could let him in.
There's definitely one underneath the door, but the wall itself is pretty solid. This is their strong room. It is a very well put together and looked after room.
Right. Before going in, he will attempt to see if he can hear anything going on inside.
Give me 2 seconds.
Well, so that's a good question. I can see through its eyes.
You don't hear anything. You can see or hear. You can do one or the other.
Or hear.
I'm pretty sure that's the wording.
I fully trust you on it. Okay. So yeah, I'll stop seeing and hear for a bit, and then go back to seeing.
Yep.
And then he will attempt to sneak underneath the door.
Okay. He's pretty able to. It's it's got a decent wedge on it. Again, from your previous thing, this is probably to do with the weather. They don't want a very tight fitting door, as doors will warp.
Pretty sure.
So yeah.
What can he see?
He sees a room full of chests and strong lock boxes and things such as that.
Are any of them Is that it? It's just logbooks and stuff. Is there anything like covered in tarp? Anything
Yeah,
seems to be moving?
it's basically everything that you guys had seen on the cultist's cart, plus a couple of things like your box and a couple of other what looked like precious items.
Can he locate what gave off the evil thing before that combat unit pointed out? Is there anything that looks similarly shrouded?
There's definitely things covered in tarp, but you were only able to get the essence that something inside
Was evil.
was evil. That was all you knew. Something inside the wagon. That was all you knew.
Okay. Well, he's going to attempt to be as quiet as possible and sneak under some of the tarps and just peer up in.
Okay.
See anything out of the ordinary? Just more chests.
I'm wrong, by the way. You can see through its eyes and you can hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, regaining the benefits.
Cool.
Every time. So yeah. You were just deaf and blind. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Otto will go underneath the tarp and peer up and see if there's anything other than just chests and boxes.
There are some open chests, chests that don't have a top to them. So it's just more of a crate, I guess, would be the word. And a couple of other items like that around here.
Well, I'm just gonna peer into all the chests and see what's generally there.
Give me a perception check. It is dark, in fact, with disadvantage unless he has dark vision.
He does have dark vision of 30.
Okay, so a straight roll, I'd say.
It is literally a straight roll. Oh,
No, that's wisdom.
yeah, I know, but he doesn't have a perception thing.
All right, okay.
Yeah, so it's just a wisdom-based thing with no proficiency.
Okay, so okay, so basically, what you're able to notice is that there's an awful lot of like candelabras and gold coins and gems and very ornate looking things. There's a lot of very valuable items. A couple of things with dragon iconography on them as well.
Mm-hmm. And anything that any sort of like weapons or scroll boxes or anything? Yeah, weapons and scroll boxes.
I mean, in that crate, no. I mean, if you were to spend your time over the course of a few hours having a look.
For sure, that's exactly what's happening. And yeah, I'm aware it's going to exhaust me, but...
yeah, okay, so you're spending the evening doing this, are you?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's scanning out the entire thing. And he's also looking for the gnome.
Okay, can you give me another stealth check, please?
Can do. He's got to roll good. Yeah.
Does. And can you give me another perception check, please?
Come on, keep it going. Oh!
Jesus.
As you're scurrying along and things like that, you hear a rattling, and you hear this a sort of like, you'd almost say it's like a yipping, but it sounds more. It sounds a little bit more raspy. It's hard to distinguish, and then, as all of a sudden, in the middle of the room, you notice that around here there's a trap door that just ever so gently gets lifted up. It looks like a chest until you move it, and then the chest shifts out the way, becoming a door, which as it opens, you see a couple of lizard men come in and begin just, having a look around.
Okay, for a second I thought you said my spider was moving the chest. I was like, what the fuck?
Nope.
It's a strong spider.
So they've just gone into the room. That would indeed be incredibly... Yeah, they are in the room.
When they look suitably distracted, he will attempt to drop through the trapdoor. Well, on his web, not just drop.
You would have to scurry through, around them. It's basically almost dead center of the room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at the best opportunity, it will attempt to sneak into the trapdoor.
Sorry, I had some...
With the same stealth check?
No, because you were hiding, you're now trying to actively sneak past.
Shh.
Fucking hell.
It's
like a gauntlet for this poor spider.
It's died once.
Where?
I did
Yeah,
fucking
multiple
up.
lives and gauntlet.
Sorry, just gonna. There we go. So you guys actually have some visual basis for what the hell I'm talking about.
Neat.
Sorry, that took longer than expected. So okay, you, as you're kind of like scurrying along here, and one of them just scoops up the spider. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Well, I was going to say, once it saw danger, it would definitely just bamf out. But, like, at the moment I see them scoop it, I'm going to try and bamf it.
I was gonna say it's whether or not you're able to collect it because it only has 1 hit point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to try and scoop it with their club. So
I'll say, would I be able to make that dexterity saving throw as me? Because it's me coming out and bamfing it?
yeah, I'd say that's you're effectively using your reaction. So give me your initiative roll. How quickly
My
you can,
initiative roll. Sure.
Yeah. because that is
Sounds
literally
good.
what that is. You just as you see this kind of like shadow coming in the spider's vision, you're like nope, and you just bamf out the spider.
Alright, and I'll just whisper to it, I got you this time, and give him a whole muffin to chew through the night.
Okay,
Oh,
And apologise extensively.
He's gonna OD.
Yeah.
He knows not to kill. He's a fae. He's fine. He's gonna be a fat spider.
Okay, so that's what you do throughout the night.
Yeah, and then at the end I'll turn him back into an owl.
That's fine. As you're busy doing this,
Mhm.
Ara,
Yeah.
I need you to basically take. Just bear with me 2 seconds.
73 damage.
I need you to make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Sorry, 2 seconds.
Take your time.
You do notice, just as you're kind of like still very much asleep. You just hear some like footsteps. Combat unit, you do notice 3 dark figures bouncing into Ara's room, and they're going to get an attack of opportunity on you because you are literally out. Nor are you wearing your armor, so if you can please remove your armor on your stat sheet.
Just unequip the.
My
so
cloak of
I've
elven
been going
kind.
in. Can I do something about it?
No,
You
Let's say your leather
can,
armor, Ara.
yeah, I was
Just
gonna
my
say you
leather
can
armor,
definitely
not my
run
cloak.
in if you
Cloak's
wanted
fine.
to.
I mean, it doesn't really do anything. It's just a deception, but I can't deceive them because I'm asleep.
Exactly, yeah, so just unequip the.
I've unequipped the leather thing.
Okay.
Okay, so what is your AC now?
Probably
14.
enough.
14.
14. It is enough. As you kind of wake up, you're like, hey, what the? And you just see these three scimitar strikes come striking, and you're able to go, whoa, guys, what the fuck? Like dodge out the way. Shao, you do hear this. However, you are in your spider's sense, so unfortunately
don't hear
you wouldn't hear it. You would
Yeah.
have, but unfortunately you don't. Combat unit, you've seen them dart in. What are you doing?
He's just going to barrel towards the door.
Okay, so at that point, I now need you and Ara to roll initiative, please.
Okay. Roll initiative before I move, I assume.
Yeah, I'm just going to delete everyone else. Just give me a second. Ara, what did you roll? 10, so that'll be
Never mind,
that
there is a
one.
nice dome of safety right here if anyone needs it.
Thanks. It's quite far away, and I'm totally blocked from the door now.
Hera, why is it far away?
Because I'm 12 years old.
This is true.
So, I need you to give me a dex, please. What's your dex?
Let me have
It's pretty high. It's pretty high. Don't worry. You're definitely going to go first. It's fine. Yeah, your dex is +4. Theirs is +1. So you get to go first. Combat unit, you will move on this turn. So Ara, you are laying down prone in the bed, which means technically they'd have had advantage on those strikes. So just 2 seconds. Oh! So 2 of those hit, so you take 8. You take 15 points of slashing damage.
Now, did I have a long rest before this? Or am I...
You are currently in your long rest, so you have not had a long rest yet.
Alright. Alright. Cool.
So you've just taken 2 scimitar blows directly to the chest, managing to dodge out of them initially, but then as you roll over, 2 stripe across you. What are you doing? Put you.
Just kidding.
I mean, you can scream if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let me scream. Let me scream. That sounds good. So I'll scream, and then
give me a performance check.
Oh no!
I got morning voice.
That's perception.
I've got the little dice over. I apologize. It does its own little thing sometimes.
So unfortunately, as you go and shout, you go and you can't quite get it out because you're actually in pain and you're not able to quite. You're trying to call out, and the pain kind of almost. It almost kind of like takes away some of your concentration, so you're not quite able to focus on getting your voice out there. You're focusing too much on dodging the incoming strikes. Okay. So unfortunately, I mean,
I'm in a pickle. That's
yeah. I'm just having a look. Kaine, if you can make me a passive perception check.
Yeah.
I'm just going through seeing who else would be able to. Minnie, but she's not feeling well. I think that's it. I can't bet you're already on the way, so it doesn't really matter. So Kaine, you do hear a scuffle, and then you do hear a coming from Ara's direction.
Okay.
If you want to join in, you're going to have to roll initiative. And this turn, you're just waking up hearing the sound, okay? So click on your token, roll initiative. Right.
Yeah.
Ara, what are you doing?
Okay, so Hunter's marked this guy because he was grey before, so discrimination. And I'm gonna short sword him and give him a big jab.
Big jab.
And then I'm gonna give him a little bit of a snippy step afterwards.
Okay. So you stab at one of the guys, and you do hit him, and he does like look a bit hurt, like quite a bit hurt. Anything else you want to do?
I want to be like, what the hell?
Hit him again.
And I'm gonna, I will hit him again. And yeah.
That's enough. So you're able to. I don't know what the D6 was for, but
I'm smart.
All right, sorry. So as you just kind of like dodging other strikes, you're just able to just punch out with one of the swords, stabbing him, and he's like and as he bends over, you just use it. You flick the sword in your hand and just rake it across his throat, watching him go down.
And then I'm like, why are you in my room? Then it's not my turn.
It's not your turn. The other two are going to try and attack you. You didn't say you stood up, so you are still prone. So they have advantage on it.
Toxic.
That's so cheeky.
Hits, and the second one. That also hits because you've still not got your armor on. So you take a total of.
I don't think I could stop in the middle of a battle to put armor on.
No, but I'm making it clear. So you take a total of 12 points of slashing damage. And what does that put you on roughly? Just percentage.
So if I take half.
Why do you take half?
No, she's on half.
I'm on half damage now. If I take 12 damage. Oh, I'm lucky. 1, 2. Okay. No, far less. I'm a quarter.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you took like 15 damage before, so it's like.
Yeah. I'm almost toast.
Okay, cool. All right. They're gonna then. Yeah, they're gonna stay. seeing the state you're in, seeing that job's almost done, they're going to stay where they are. Bad news for them. Combat units now turn.
He's just going to barrel down the corridor. So
Door's already open. Yep.
Yeah, but that's 6. That's 30, right? So we can't actually get to them. So as he turns the corner, he will fuzz one of his javelins at them. So the guy to the right, that guy.
Okie doke. Yep. Nice. That hits. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that hits.
And he will also cast spiritual weapon and put it here.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Hey, wait,
Okay.
let's see. Okay. Is this guy with the cross to it the one that I killed?
Yeah.
But I attacked the guy next to him.
Okay. In that case, Jarman, you could hit him if you wanted to, but I thought you'd clicked on this one. That's my fault.
Yeah, in that case, yeah, instead of the javelin, I'll still do the
Spiritual weapon.
the
Yeah.
warhammer, but I might. Yeah, so I'll have to go there. Yeah, so yeah, let's hit him with a warhammer instead of the javelin.
And
my second attack, because
yeah,
I'm not going to worry about the first one.
I need you to
Oh
roll.
no!
Yeah, I need you to roll. It's only a D2 really. So roll whatever even number dice you want. Odds are him, evens are you. Roll me a D10. See how much damage you take. Nice. So you're able to, as you go to swing with your first warhammer, just enraged that they'd dare take on Ara, you swing and you just kind of get caught up with it, and you just see you're about to hit your own knee with it, and you're like, nope, 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 just pull it back up. But then you use the momentum, swinging it back down in your wrist, and bring it crashing down onto this gentleman. He's looking hurt, but he's still in the fight.
Cool. And then obviously the spiritual weapon I've already rolled.
You have indeed, and that has hit. He's done a little bit of damage. You see this ping as this warhammer just taps this guy on the head. It's like, ow, what the fuck? That's your action, bonus action, and movement. So,
Yeah,
Kaine.
obviously 77's been fucking loud while he's done this, just to clarify.
That's fair enough.
Does everything loudly.
Yeah, I'll say the other guys can roll their initiative after Kaine's go. No, sorry, hang on, is that right? Yes, it is. No, sorry, Kaine has heard it this turn, hasn't she? So, yeah. Okay, so on Kaine's turn, the rest of them can go. So, Ara, you're up. What are you doing?
I'm gonna get straight in there, and I'm gonna attack them. So I'm gonna go for him, the one furthest away from combat. 77.
Okay.
And now that the guy I've killed is down, I'm gonna transfer my hunter's mark onto him, and then I shall gotcha, and then gotcha. Oh.
Okay. Yep. He's looking hurt. He's looking bloodied at least.
Thanks. And so and I'm gonna be like, you're horrible, and then I'm gonna do it again.
Unfortunately, that misses. As you go, you're horrible, and he goes, you're a bitch, and just deflects the sword. The first one though does pierce him, and you go, oh, like they're life choices type moment for them. So is that everything?
Yeah, that's all I can do right
Okay.
now. Oh, hang on, and wait,
Nope,
that's my bonus
nope.
action. I'm gonna no.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna stand up.
Okay, I'll let you stand up. That's fine. Okay, so you finally remember to use half your movement to stand up. The cultists now kind of being a bit more on guard, knowing that combat unit is behind them. Ara's now standing up in front of them. It's not looking good for them, so they're going to try and finish the job on Ara. It's what they came here to do. So they're going to
I don't know why. I'm such a nice guy.
attack and attack. Both of those hit, so you take 9 slashing damage.
Me?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
77 should get an attack of opportunity here.
You do.
Yeah.
Ara, are you still standing?
Yeah.
I am not standing anymore.
Oh,
I had
Shit.
9, so now I have to roll.
Not yet.
not yet.
Not yet.
It's
Not
on your
yet.
turn.
Next round, if combat 77 doesn't kill them.
I'm
Yep.
just poking around on the spider with.
So unfortunately, that misses. Watching your semi-adopted daughter falter to the floor kind of takes your concentration for a moment, and your Warhammer blow is able to be deflected away. It is, however, now your turn.
Okay, well, I mean, 77's going to be really on brand here. He's going to pump that. Oh no, he hasn't had a long rest. He can't. Don't worry. So that's his first attack.
So unfortunately, that one does swing wide. That one does not. That one does connect.
Cool,
So-
and he'll pump that up with spell slot to give it 2d8 extra.
Okay, go ahead. Nice. So as you just like see your adopted child just fall to the floor, you just, or if if a paladin could rage, you rage. You emit this really bright red light from all the cracks across your body where the armor kind of like isn't entirely fused. And as you swing the warhammer underhand, bringing it up, you just see it light up with divine energy. And as it connects with the cultist, they just go flying back a good 5-10 feet and are out of there.
Yay!
Okay, and 77 would like to take his movement just to move fully into the room, like
Okay.
just in, preferably as he comes in, smashing what's left of the door to pieces. And he will hit them with a spiritual weapon. So
Nice, that hits. And yeah, that guy is looking real hurt. Real hurt.
cool.
Okay, Kaine, it is now your turn. What are you doing?
Hearing the commotion, she'll pick up Glaive straight away, jump out of bed, and I don't know how far is it?
You do have your-
So I've
but-
got my
yeah.
Right. That's a free action, isn't it?
It is
Uh-huh.
indeed.
Yeah. Cool.
But you use half your movement to get up.
Okay, so I could. But does that then mean I can only use
So it means
30 feet of it?
you've got 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
And then you've got like, was it 30 or 40 feet for your
That
It's-
is double.
It's double,
yeah, it's
right?
doubled.
So basically, so effectively, you have 45 feet of movement. Unless you were to
Oh.
use your action to dash, in which case,
Also, you can't run through walls.
Mm.
so isn't it control? Isn't it control W or something?
Q, I think.
The Q.
Yeah, Q. So when you're holding it down, if you tap Q and then drag somewhere else, you can turn.
Oh. Hang on, sorry.
So like, zoom.
Oh.
It's tricky to do with a
Yeah.
trackpad. So
Oh
you,
yeah, but that was a nightmare.
Hang on, whilst I've.
Something like that would be.
yeah. So that's where you can get to at the moment with your feline agility getting up,
Okay.
right?
I'll get as close as I can get.
Right now, if you want to use your action, you can
Yeah.
you can dash. Where did your character just go? Oh no, it's there. It's
Just
fine. It's fine.
mhm.
My cursor was over it. Okay, so you move to there then. I've moved you, right? I'll
Mhm.
say there because that's what I was saying. Right. What else? What are you doing?
You can action to get 30 more feet of.
What? Sorry.
You can use your action to dash, which gives you an extra 30 feet of movement.
Okay. I can't then like attack or anything. Then,
No,
can I?
but you
Well,
can.
you actually
just
technically she can.
Right?
Can I?
You've got Polar Master bonus action. Use your.
But you have to hit first.
Do you? Okay, my bad.
Yeah, it says whilst you are wielding a glaive.
Well, this is when you take the attack action.
I'll get as close as I can get then.
Okay. There we go. So, Combine, you just see kind of Kaine appear next to you, ready. The rest of you, if you want to, can roll initiative, but I think this is probably going
I'm
to
with
be
Otto.
okay.
I don't think there's a point at the minute.
Yeah,
Ara-
Barry hears the clatter outside, and he's just like, rolls over and like puts the pillow over his head.
Fair enough. Ara, I need you to make a death saving throw, please. A D10. Straight D10. That is a fail. Mark, 1 failed death saving throw. This is going to get really fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna roll D100 because on a 50 or lower, he's gonna attack Ara, which is with advantage and is an instant crit, which means that she would lose 2 death saving throws.
Would
Which would mean Ara is dead.
Throws a D20.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ara, you've rolled the wrong dice.
Well, you said D10.
Sorry, I said did I say D10?
Yeah.
I meant to say
you did.
D20.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my bad.
roll
That's
D20.
completely my fault.
Second
Sorry.
chance of life.
Yeah.
Roll D20.
Okay. I want to do any.
Come on. You can't fail.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just succeed, which makes this option a lot easier for me. So 2d50. Well, no, 50% attacks combat unit 50. Rolled lower anyway. So Combat, he kind of looks at you, sizing up what's about to happen. Just looks down at Ara, looks at you again, smiles, and attempts to attack Ara. 22, 5 slashing, double. You lose 2 death saving throws.
So I can attack of opportunity, yeah?
You can indeed. Unfortunately, that's just not enough. However, it is now your turn!
Okay, so first bonus action, we'll use spiritual weapon first.
Okay, that is actually enough. Oh no, sorry, that 9 to hit. No, it's not. Sorry.
As she's on the ground, does lay on hands work, or does it have to be a medicine check or something?
No, lay on hands is just lay on hands, as long as you can touch her.
Yep.
Ara, how many hit points do you have in total? Oh, fuck it. You know what? I'm just going to just reach down, lay on hands, 25 damage. So, like, big golden glow, 25 healing straight away.
So, Ara, you are healed, conscious, prone, but with 25 hit points.
And several holes in your stomach.
Yep, some really big gashes in your stomach.
Yay.
Okay, so do you want to cast Lay on Hands?
I can't click it. It's just oh, actually, I can. But it just tells you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I've
Okay,
just
so that
got
was-
20 points, so I use all 25 points.
So that's your action, your bonus action. The only thing you've got now is your no, yeah, it's a bonus action to attack with your spiritual weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I've used. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that is your turn over. However, Kaine, seeing Ara go down, knowing what's happened, watched you just, heal her back up. What are you doing? You're within range.
I'm going to attack it.
Okay. That hits, and so combat unit is you kind of getting up, looking like a really angry Iron Man, like just emanating red at this point. You just watch as this glaive just passes beside you and just dissects the cultist in front of you. And we are now out of combat. And that's where we're going to leave it for tonight, as it is now nearly 10:05. So we will pick this back up next week. And yeah, well, I guess we'll see you guys then. Thank you for those of you who have watched. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you follow, like, all those kind of things. It's not YouTube, so don't like and subscribe because there's no point. And yeah, see you next week.